And first of all, I wanted to present the reasons for Andhra bifurcation from Madras state. Because there are several reasons people used to say, but as a water resource person and an irrigation engineer, I have studied in that aspect. You see, in Madras government, when Andhra was in Madras government, Madras state, there was a proposal to construct a Polavaram. That Polavaram dam proposals were since 1940s. And as the foundations are not good, an international soil mechanic engineers group has inspected the site in 1944 and they have totally rejected the Polavaram proposals. Instead, they have proposed small dams. And even they have recommended for a barrage instead of Anicut over Dhavaleshwar, near Dhavaleshwar. And when that proposal was totally rejected, again the Andhra leaders impressed upon the Madras state to appoint another committee, and that committee has given some sort of yes, with some so many constraints. But after that committee also, Madras government has taken a decision, because to construct the Polavaram as per the recommendations of the committee, they have to excavate 68 meters for the foundations. And they have to build up the dam from that level. And it costs very much. Therefore, government of Madras has taken a decision not to go for the Polavaram. Therefore, the Andhra leaders, especially the coastal leaders, they have started the movement. You see, unless we get our state, we are not going to achieve our Polavaram. That was also one of the reasons. And the second reason was, when in the 1930s, when Madras government has proposed Krishna Kaveri link canal, and that was totally rejected by the Andhra leaders and Rayalaseema leaders also. And therefore, they have totally under the impression that unless we get our state separated, we are not going to utilize the Godavari waters and Krishna waters. And these two reasons, they were one of the so many reasons. We attribute so many reasons for the separation of Andhra from Madras state. And as an engineer, as a water resource person, I studied on these two reasons, particularly utilization of Godavari waters, utilization of Krishna waters. They wanted a separate state. And because the Rayalaseema people were not willing to join with Seemandhra, this coastal, and somehow everybody knows about the Sribag Pact, in which they have agreed for a Krishna Penna link canal and the capital and other things. That way they have agreed to join with the coastal people to struggle for the separate state, and they got it. But these were the reasons for the bifurcation from the Madras state. Then what are the reasons for unification with Telangana? Again I will go back to the water resource issue. You see, to construct Polavaram, they need the upper states support. Unless Telangana is merged with Andhra, they will not be having a clear-cut clearance for the Polavaram project. Therefore, even this was pointed out, as we know, everybody, Fazal Ali has pointed out in para 372, when Telangana is merged with Andhra, Andhra definitely will be benefited with the unification of Telangana for constructing projects in Andhra area. Because the upper state is Telangana is a part of Andhra Pradesh. When it becomes Andhra Pradesh, there won't be any antagonism against the projects which they wanted to contemplate on river Godavari and river Krishna. And moreover, they can, as they have promised to the Rayalaseema people, this Krishna and Penna link canal, that can be visualized only if Telangana is merged with Andhra. And you see, many of us don't know that the Krishna and Penna link is already established in the form of Teluganga, in the form of Galer Nagari, in the form of SRBC. Those two canals, Teluganga and SRBC, those were the link canals between Krishna and Penna. That what they have agreed for the Rayalaseema people. And therefore, the unification with the Telangana, they have got the Polavaram in Bachavat, and they have got the Teluganga, and unfortunately even the Bachavat, the Brijesh Kumar has also allocated 25 TMC water for Teluganga, though it is non-basic. These are the reasons for the bifurcation from Madras and the unification with the Telangana. Somehow they have achieved their goal, and recently Chief Minister has, in the press meet, he has stated that if the state is divided, Seemandhra will become desert and Telangana will become dark. But actually it will be in reverse. If a state is not divided, Telangana will become desert and it will become dark. Not divided, if not divided. Because on the other hand, again he said, in Godavari, nearly 3,000 TMC of water has gone to sea wastefully. What does it mean? That means no project of SRSP. In a stretch of 600 kilometers, they haven't constructed a single project. Because of no vision for the government, Seemandhra governments, Godavari water could not be tapped. That was the reason for going waste into the sea. And but technically we should not, I'm not criticizing the government, because there wasn't any alternative, because whatever gravity schemes were to be constructed, were already constructed on Godavari except Inchampalli. Inchampalli was to be constructed on par with Polavaram, but unfortunately it was an interstate project and it was having an eye cut of only 2 lakh acres. Mostly it was having a hydropower station, and 60% has to be given to the other states, only 40% to the AP. But those 2 lakhs acres which were to be irrigated under Inchampalli, nearly 1.5 lakh acres were already covered in Adilabad district under so many other medium irrigation projects. Meanwhile, therefore, constructing Inchampalli at the present stage will not give any additional eye cut by gravity. Because, and I am very happy to announce that just now Mr. Professor Ramesh Reddy Garu has said that we have worked in lift irrigation of AMRP. Today is the commissioning day of AMRP. 1st September 2001, we have seen the water flashing out of the pipe, and because there were so many apprehensions that the project will go waste. We won't see water coming out of the pipe, because there wasn't any other precedent in Andhra Pradesh or in India also. It was a gigantic project, and it was single stage 100 meters lift. Single stage 100 meters lift, and having the capacity of 25,000 HP motors. 25,000 HP motors. Prior to this project, in India we were having the maximum capacity of pump was 2,500 in Maharashtra, in Yavatmal district. There is a lift scheme on Godavari in Yavatmal. And this scheme, it was contemplated as because they wanted to give water to the Teluganga to Rayalaseema and Nellore, in the pretext of giving water to Madras. This Pothireddipadu, through Pothireddipadu. Actually, the aim of Pothireddipadu was only to give water to Madras, 15 TMC. 5 from Maharashtra, 5 from Karnataka, and our contribution is 5 TMC. Totally 15 TMC on humanitarian grounds. On the request of Prime Minister of India, Indira Gandhi, the 3 state chief ministers agreed to part with some of their shared water to give drinking water to Chennai. That is 15 TMC. But these Simandhara leaders, they have added this irrigation component to the drinking water project. The drinking water is assured water, whereas this irrigation component is only on flood water. How can you mix up those two? Assured water is there for drinking, it has to go to Madras. And in that one you added your own component of irrigation. In that way, because Telangana leaders, they have objected, because we are giving 30 TMC as flood water to the Rayalaseema and Nellore, then how about Telangana? Only to have a counter to that project in Telangana side, they announced SLBC, Telangana Left Bank Canal. That has to be constructed on the left side of the Srisailam dam and through a tunnel, because on the left side Rajiv Tiger Sanctuary is there, and unless we go for a tunnel we cannot draw water from the Srisailam reservoir on the left side, and therefore it requires 44 kilometers tunnel. 44 kilometers, and then only we will get the other end in the Dindi. That would be the longest irrigation tunnel in the world. That too, we have to construct the tunnel with a tunnel boring machine, not with ordinary drilling and blasting. Because central government has given permission, environmental clearance on the condition that you will not do any type of blasting in that area. No blasting. And therefore, if you cannot go for blasting, the only alternative is only drilling, horizontal drilling. 10 meters dia tunnel has been designed to draw 4,000 cusecs, and that too, our flood days have been calculated for 90 days. Whatever the projects they have contemplated on the right side of the Srisailam, whether it is Veligonda, whether it is Galer Nagari, whether it is Andarineva, whether it is Teluganga, whether it is SRBC, so many projects.